guys, it's Danielle and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I'm sharing with you my mommy tummy workout routine. This video has been highly requested by a lot of my friends who know that I'm a personal trainer and have been wondering what it is I've been doing postpartum to get my body back in shape. Now, let me tell you, after I had those twins, my body did not look and definitely did not feel like it used to before. My core was so weak. My center of gravity was off. I still looked pregnant even though I had lost the baby weight. I just did not feel like myself. And this was all because of a wonderful condition called Diastasis Recti. And if you haven't heard about it before, basically it's a condition where your abdominal wall separates. Sounds fun, right? It's quite common in women who have been pregnant, especially women like me that have had twins or more. So once I started feeling like myself again, I got the green light from my doctor. I hopped on Google and researched some exercises that you could do to help strengthen your core after you've had a baby and exercises that were diastasis recti friendly. So I came up with these 8 exercises I'll be sharing with you today. This workout routine takes 10 minutes to complete. Yes, you heard that right. 10 minutes. So there is no reason why you can't find some time in your day to get it done. I've been doing this workout routine for about 4 months now, and I do it about 2 to 3 times a week, and it has helped me so much to just feel like myself again, to feel stronger, especially now that I need that strength to run around after 10-month-old twins that are very mobile, and feel like I look a little bit like myself again. I mean, let's be honest, after you have a baby, you're never really gonna look the same, but I do feel a lot more confident than I did when I had first had my babies. So if you too are curious how to strengthen your core back up postpartum and get rid of that mommy tummy and just feel confident again, then stay tuned for the workout.
Hey guys, so before we get into the workout, I just want to break down each exercise for you. We're here with each exercise for 1 minute with the exception of the side planks, which we'll get into in a moment. We're starting off with leg abdominal vacuums or braces. So this exercise is super important because we're going to be incorporating it throughout all the exercises we're doing today, which most of them, as you'll see, are just a modification of it. After our lying abdominal vacuums, we're moving on to laying single leg abductions. After that, we're continuing with the single leg abductions, but now we're adding an arm lift to it for another minute. Next, we're moving on to laying marches, and after that, we're moving on to our side planks. So for these guys, we're doing it for 30 seconds. We're doing 30 seconds on our right side, and then we're doing 30 seconds on our left side. After that, we're moving on to tabletop heel taps, and now we're here for 1 minute. Next, we're doing laying alternating leg extensions, and then we're finishing off the workout with 1 minute of bird dogs. Alright guys, so we're starting here with our laying abdominal vacuums. So if you're looking at me on the screen right now, it looks like I'm just lying here relaxing, but that is not what I'm doing. Basically, to perform this exercise, we're going to imagine that we have a string attached to our belly button, and we're pulling that string back down into our spine. Now, you're not holding your breath, you're not sucking in your gut. That is not what we're doing. We're activating those deep abdominal muscles. Now, if you're looking at me, you can see that I'm taking deep breaths throughout this exercise. If you need to hold your breath to do this exercise, you're not doing it properly. So make sure you're holding that abdominal core nice and tight and taking slow, concentrated breaths throughout the entire exercise. Now, I'm holding my contraction in my abdominals here for the full 1 minute. If you are a beginner or this is too difficult for you, you can do these in sections, maybe starting off at 5 seconds at a time. Next, we're moving on to our laying single leg abductions. So like the first exercise, we're holding that abdominal vacuum, keeping that core nice and activated and breathing through the entire exercise. Now we're adding a leg abduction. We're doing 1 leg at a time. And what we're going to do is bend at the knee, keep our foot flat on the ground, and we're going to move that leg out away from us towards the ground. Now, the key here with this exercise is that you want to keep your hips square in front of you. We don't want to be rocking our pelvis back and forth. Obviously, if you have some curves, it's going to happen. That's not a big deal. But we want to keep those hips nice and straight. If they are moving, then that means we're probably taking our leg a little bit too far down. So go as far down as you can without moving your hips. We also want to make sure that we are not arching our back. We want a nice neutral spine. Again, if you are feeling an arch in your back, you're probably taking your leg too far down. So go as low as you can while keeping that core nice and activated and keeping everything nice and straight. All right, now we're moving on to our laying single leg abductions, and we're adding an arm lift here. So the difference between this exercise and the first one is we're going to be holding our arms up out in front of us, right above our chest. And as we abduct that leg away from our body, we're going to be lifting the same arm on the same side back away from us, so up towards the top of our head. Like in the last exercise, if you're feeling an arch in your back, you're probably taking your leg as well as your arm too far out. So we're going to keep that core nice and tight. Again, like the abdominal vacuums, we're holding that contraction, breathing through it, and we're going to take our leg and our arm as far as we can while keeping that back nice and flat against the mat. We're switching gears a little bit for this next exercise. We're still laying on our back and we're doing marches, and it's basically just that. We're going to be marching one leg at a time. Again, we're activating that core, so we're still using that abdominal vacuum, breathing through it, activating those deep abdominal muscles, and we're lifting one leg at a time. So we're bringing our leg up to tabletop position and then back down on the mat. Then we're alternating with the next leg. Take this as high up as you can. If you're feeling like your pelvis is rocking or your core is giving out, don't lift your leg as high. If, like the abdominal vacuums, you're not able to hold that contraction for the full minute, you can take a break here and then reactivate your core and jump back into this exercise. Alright guys, so now we're doing a side plank and I'm doing a modified version here. So you're going to bend that leg that's closest to the mat back behind you at a 90-degree angle. You're coming up on your forearm. We're not doing abdominal vacuums here, we're just holding our core nice and tight, making sure to keep your chest open. Don't roll that shoulder out in front of you. I come down during this because my core was really shaky, so if you need to take that break, then make sure you give yourself that break. So we're switching sides here. We're still in a modified plank. All the same principles apply, making sure that chest is open, your core is nice and tight. And again, like with the last side plank, I do come down out of this one. These are really challenging for me, so I don't think I'll be doing a full plank anytime soon. Work at your own pace, challenge yourself as much as you can, but making sure that you're maintaining that good form. So we're taking it back to the mat here for laying tabletop heel taps. And I did call it a heel tap, but you'll actually see that I'm tapping my toes here, so sorry about that. But basically the goal of this exercise is to bring our foot down as close to the mat as we can. And for me, I'm taking it all the way down. If you feel like your back is arching during this exercise, then you're going too far, so just go as low as you can go. Now for this exercise, we are activating that abdominal vacuum again. So activating those deep abdominal muscles. I don't know if you could hear that, but my dog is trying to get in this room. Anyway, so we're activating those deep abdominal muscles and we're breathing through the exercise. Like I mentioned with all of these modifications, if you are struggling to hold this contraction for the full minute, take that break, give your core that little couple second break and reactivate it and get back into the exercise. Alright, so we're doing our last vacuum modification with this one. This is our alternating leg extension. And I'm not gonna lie guys, these were super challenging for me. Now we're laying on our back and we're getting into tabletop position. From there, we're extending our leg out away from our bodies, one leg at a time, and we're going to take this leg as low to the ground as we can. Okay, so for me, you can see I'm not going very low at all, and that's because if I went any lower than this, my back would start to arch. Once you get that arch, we know that we're compromising our core, so we're going to take our legs a little bit higher up. Now we're finishing off with a Pilates move here, and we're doing a bird dog. For these, we're getting on our knees and our hands, and we're bending our legs at a 90-degree angle, and what we're going to be doing is extending our leg back behind us and extending the opposite arm out in front of us. So you'll see I'm doing these very slow and very controlled. We don't want to be rocking our hips, we don't want to be rocking our shoulders, and we do not want to be falling over, which is definitely easy to do in these. So we're engaging our core to keep us nice and straight, and we're going to do these nice and slowly.
Alright guys, so that's it for my postpartum mommy tummy workout routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for weekly videos on lifestyle, motherhood, and fitness. Take care.